We've had Kevin Campbell, the CEO of Cinity, on with us before. He's kind enough to give us some of his time here today on 700 WLW. Kevin, how are you on this glorious Thursday?
I'm doing great, Ken, and thanks for having me back on.
Okay, yeah, no, great to have. Is there there's a problem with unsolicited emails, texts, tweets, Facebooks? There's a real problem with this because it's a backdoor in for scammers, and this appears to be yet another instance. Let's just say that I'm a progressive, and I get an unsolicited email or an unsolicited posting on my Facebook that is all about MAGA and Donald Trump. The first thing I want to do is delete that because I don't believe in that line of thinking. That's putting me at risk now. Is this what we're saying here?
Yeah, Ken, as you pointed out, we're in the midst of a high political season. I've seen a couple studies that said somewhere between 10 and 15 emails a day is what the constituents that people are sending out to the constituents. So we've got a barrage. And my reaction, just like yours, is often to just say unsubscribe or delete. But we're opening ourselves that, if we do that, to phishing emails that will capture our credentials when we do that. So it's a little counterintuitive, but instead of deleting, which is your first reaction, what you need to do is block them. And no matter what media it comes on, and we can go through each one of them, you want to just go in and block it, not delete it. Because if you delete it, then you're interacting with them, so to speak. If you just block it, then you're just stopping it. So you can unfollow or block this ad on Facebook. You can block the email or direct it to your spam folders so that it's not there. And you can block the phone number for text.
So you're saying even if you don't open the email, even if you just see it in your inbox and it has some sort of headline, if you just send that to trash, you're playing into somebody's hands.
Sending it to trash is okay. You're better off to just block it.
Block it.
But don't click the unsubscribe. The trick is don't click unsubscribe, which is what we naturally learn to do, right?
Right.
Say unsubscribe from this email and stuff. We don't want to unsubscribe because that allows us to interact and that allows them to capture our email and sometimes, our passwords and other credentials.
Yeah.
So just block it.
So block it. So how does that actually work then? I mean, you know about this stuff because it's your job. You're the CEO of Cinity, so you understand all of this. But to the average person sitting at home that just thinks, well, I'll just, what I'll do with this is I'll just, I'll delete it. How do they get in? How does that happen?
Well, they're very tricky, right? And they're spending a lot of time and very sophisticated in how they are putting these ads. And the ads, right, if you click on anything on the ad, including the unsubscribe, you're allowing them to then grab your credentials, right? Mm-hmm. So they're not supposed to, right? This is all illegal, but they're not supposed to. So what we want to do is resist that temptation and just move it to trash. But ideally, right, you're going to then just ignore it and go into your file that you can block it. So you can block the email, you can block the text, because we're going to start seeing a ton of text, because that is the new medium that people are communicating on. So you're going to they get your phone number from your voter records, from other public available information, and then they text you. Yeah. And so what you need to do is to block that phone number so you don't get it.
It's really interesting. I've had to block certain email addresses on my email account, and the company I use, they use a really strong filter. It's a good company, but you'll go in there and you'll give them, for example, the full header, which is the entire train on that email, and they'll block it. But next day or the day after, it's the same people coming back, and you can tell it's the same people by just looking at the header. They change a number here, they change a word here, but it's the same people. So they're like gnats. It's like sitting out on your deck at night in the summer. These gnats keep coming around, and you're trying to swat them away, but they keep coming back at you. So you really have to be diligent on this stuff, and it's not something that you can say, okay, well, I blocked that. Well, here comes somebody else in. I've already blocked, that before. I don't have to block them now. You've got to be very diligent with this.
Absolutely. And your gnat example, analogy, Ken, I think is terrific, because that's what it feels like, right? But again, they're very sophisticated, and most of it's automated. So it's not like they got to do it every time. They have algorithms that will just, change a letter, change something, and they resend it to you. So it's a really, the good news is the elections will pass and this will go away. But, we have to be really diligent in these next couple of months for our emails, our phone, and, other types of social media.
Kevin Campbell, CEO of Synity. You can find him at synity.com. That's spelled SYNITI.com. Kevin, good stuff. Thank you again. Have a great day.
Thanks for having me, Ken, and you too. Have a great day.